are here to jump back on this discussion on unhealthy attachments. If you missed the last discussion, I want you to go back, take a look at it. It's going to be a blessing to your life. We're going to dive in it tonight, and we're going deep tonight. So tag you somebody, invite you somebody, get them to tune in. We're getting ready to ride. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right. Our last session, we was talking about the unhealthy attachment styles. I think Chelsea posed the question about, okay, like when you're trying to approach somebody with a concern or a situation where they offended you, they sinned against you, they wronged you, but when you go to try to present it to them, it's a lot of shifting the blame, deflection, just people not mature enough to take responsibility and to be held accountable for what they did to you. So what are some other unhealthy attachment styles? We know that that's one, because you can't move forward if you're not able to have a healthy, mature conversation with somebody. So what are some other unhealthy attachment styles? Anybody ever been in one?
Yes.
Who in one right now?
It could be friendship. It could be friendship, anything, right?
Friendship, yeah, any level, not just husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, any you can have family members.
Yeah.
That's unhealthy attachments. You can have your best friend, your bros and your sisters. They can be church people can be unhealthy attachments. So what do unhealthy attachments look like? As a matter of fact, what is an attachment?
A yoke.
A yoke? What you was finna say?
Something connected to you.
Something connected to you. That was you gonna say? Anybody else?
I said
Commitment to somebody.
A commitment to somebody?
You said, what does it look like? I said, to a person that don't know, it looks normal.
Absolutely. That's why we stay in them so long. Cause we think this is normality, but it's not normal. We've seen it all of our life, and we're under the impression, okay, this is the model that I've seen. Okay, this is the way it should be. We don't see anything in it different than what we're doing and what maybe our guardians did before us. So how do we recognize unhealthy attachment before we get attached?
The signs, it could be signs like people, like insecurities and jealousy, and
What they do when they get mad?
it's just a small thing. Like you could be like like just say if you go on a date or whatever, you could be at a restaurant. It's how they handle the server or the waitress or whatever. You would know, like
Those are good signs to look at.
Yeah.
That's important.
cause there's yes.
How you treat people that you don't need.
Don't even,
The valet part, you know, the waitress and stuff. Yeah, because it matters how you treat the people that you don't need. Because we can suck up to people if I need something from them.
Right.
If I'm trying to get a loan from the bank, I'm gonna be as nice as possible. Y'all understand what I'm
Disguise
saying?
it.
Because I'm trying to get something from you.
From you.
But how will I show up if I don't need nothing from you? Or if you can't do nothing for me?
Right.
Will I look at you as less than? Will I mistreat you? Will I show you the same level of respect and kindness as I show somebody who I do need something from?
Right.
That's the epitome of not showing respect to persons. That's what the Bible says. Because if we're showing respect of persons, that's sin. I can't treat you better than I'm gonna treat somebody else because you're rich. Didn't Jesus speak a parable about this? When you're dressed up and you're nice and you got status, they invite you all the way to the front. But if you shabby and smell like dope, sit in the back. The Bible checked that, right? Y'all laughing, but he checked it. So, unhealthy attachments, I'm gonna read something. Based on an observation done by John Bowlby. While studying children's behavior when they spent time away from parents, Bowlby set the foundations for attachment theory. Attachment theory is one of the most influential theories in developmental psychology. It refers to the need of all individuals to have close ties, both physical and emotional, with other people. So all of us desire to be connected with somebody,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But in our living, we have found that just because we want to be attached to them, don't mean we should be attached to them,
Right.
right?
Right.
So how do we learn from past unhealthy attachments? Where if I was the unhealthy person or the person I was connected with was unhealthy, how do we learn from that and show up differently in the space that we're in now with the people that we're connected to right now? How do we show up different?
The mindset first gotta change.
How do I know if I'm an unhealthy attachment?
Oh.
Let's go deep. Let's stop playing.
Mm.
How do I know if I'm an unhealthy attachment or who I'm connected with is an unhealthy attachment? How do I recognize that?
That's true.
I feel like you gotta have somebody in your life that can see beyond what you can see. Who can see what you can't see.
I'm finna jump over there and just, man, we're finna hug and hug it out. Say that again. Say that again.
Okay. I feel like you have to have someone in your life who can see beyond what you can see. Like you can use an example, like you're my pastor. Sometimes I'll come to you with a situation and say, well, Pastor, I feel like this and I see this, and you always give me another way to see it, and I'd be like, well, dog, I ain't think of it like that. So you know, that's for someone to look at a situation from all perspectives, and you just looking at it like you say the trauma lens. You're looking at it from what your experience is.
Right. And a lot of time with that, we're too close to the situation to be able to see the bigger picture. Because a lot of times, when our emotions are attached to something, we respond or react emotionally. I'm mad because I'm mad. I'm gonna kill everybody. That's good. I'm glad that you got emotions. But okay, process that, feel that. Okay, and then I may ask a question. Okay, so how you gonna handle this? Because I want to hear how you're thinking. I want to hear how you're going to not act on what you're feeling. Right? Because it's good to express and to release. Look, I want to go all. I want. This is what I want to do. That's good to express that because you're getting that out.
Right.
That don't mean you gonna do it, but this is what I want to do.
Right.
So if somebody coming to you with that type of approach, your assignment is to hear them out. Don't give a response to them on what they need to do. A lot of times you just got to hear them out and ask them a question. Okay, so how you gonna deal with this? You wanna get them to the point where they start thinking about what they're feeling and how they're going to move from the feeling that you're feeling. Because at the moment you ain't thinking you finna go to jail for him.
Right.
At the moment, you ain't thinking that you finna, you know what I'm saying? Because you are emotional and you know, it's leading right now. And I'm calling you and I'm pulling up wherever you are because I'm finna crash.
Right.
And if you don't say the right things or, you know what I'm saying, lead me the right way, I'm gonna crash. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So, this is important. It matters who you reach out to.
Yes.
Good God from God. Oh God. People who are immature, when you show up like that and you talking about what you want to do, you don't need the friend and say, where they at? Come on, let's go. Let's go right now. You don't need that. Oh God. Everybody got one of them people.
Yes, sir.
They may not be your best friend, but you got them in your phone. You can call them. I know somebody who will cuss you out for me. You at that time, that ain't who you need to talk to.
Right.
Right.
Come on, cause they talking about pulling up. They talking about what at that. Let me make it plain.
Go ahead.
You need them kind of people in your life,
Okay.
but not at that moment.
Right.
I ain't playing. This the pastor's office. This ain't for you. Need people in your life. Let me get your Bible, cause they come to arrest Jesus.
Come on. Come on.
They come to arrest Jesus.
Right.
Peter,
Yeah.
who's standing with Jesus,
That's it. Come on.
pulls a switchblade out. I need somebody who carrying a knife around me. Pulls a switchblade out and cut this man.
Okay.
You think you're gonna come and just take our Lord like this? Peter said, man, Jesus tells Peter, he said, wait. He said, do you not know I can call legions of angels
That's right.
to fight this
That's
battle?
right.
You know what I'm saying? But the will of God has to be done. This man was walking with Jesus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If Jesus had somebody on his side to me go with a switchblade, I need some folks that come to church.
Come on
You
now.
know, that I know about that got knives.
Right.
So
Let me start sharing.
at that moment, that's not the person you need to reach out to.
Exactly.
Right.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because if I'm in a physical fight, I need somebody with me who gonna fight with me.
Right.
I'm serious.
Right.
I don't need nobody who gonna try to counsel me at that time. No,
No.
let's go.
Let's go.
Don't come bum me out. They gonna have to come bum us out. Well, we going to jail.
Yeah.
So that's not the person that you need to call at that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You need somebody who's mature, who's sound, who's emotionally healing, whole, to be able to navigate you through what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Because you're going to feel what you feel. You are human.
That's it.
Nothing wrong with you feeling what you're feeling, but when you
Act on.
or react on it, and it takes you, to the left, you know what I'm saying? You need models in your life. And I'm gonna call these people, Chelsea, what you was talking about, people who can see your blind spots.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff you can't see, they can see it.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And when you talk to them, they give you a different perspective.
Yes.
They give you another avenue. So, okay, well, what you think about this? I ain't think about it like that. So you need people in your life who is a healthy attachment. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Anybody else? What else? Healthy attachment. What does healthy attachment provide?
They gonna give you good
Counsel.
counsel.
Good
They gonna
counsel.
tell you
Safe space.
what not to
Safe
do.
space. There you go with it.
Directions,
Direction.
instructions.
Instruction. Now watch this. What about this word? Healthy attachment brings security.
Yeah.
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 Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You secure
Mhm.
in the person that you're talking with. It brings security.
Yes.
It brings, watch this, stability. They keep you stable. They check you. When a person check you that love you, they trying to balance you.
Right.
That's right.
You slipping now. I ain't seen you. You see what I'm saying? They make sure that you're on track.
Yeah.
When we don't want to be on track, we avoid them people.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to them right now.
Yeah.
Y'all already know what they gonna say. Come on, talk to me, y'all. Come talk to me. Cause I've been there. I used to see people, and my mama was doing it. She was setting us up. She was setting me up, rather. I didn't know people were gonna come and talk to me, about the way I was living when I was younger. I would just see somebody, no, you know what I'm saying? Coming to talk to me about the gospel and about the Lord. I'm like, man, I don't. But what she was doing was trying to get somebody to talk to me, you know what I'm saying? To that was healthy
Mhm.
for me. But at the time, I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. And I would be trying to hide, and sometimes he would come and my mama ain't even sent him. I wouldn't even answer the door. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So I was avoiding actually becoming better.
Mhm.
I was avoiding being a better me.
Mm.
when I avoid healthy attachment, I'm avoiding being a better me.
Mm-hmm.
Because a healthy attachment want to see you win.
Yeah.
Right.
They want to see you become better.
Yes.
But when you avoid them, you're saying, I don't want to become better right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Is that what we're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I ain't ready for it right now.
Yep.
Or you can't see it right then.
You can't see it. You cannot see it. So watch this. You have to trust that healthy attachment. You got to trust. You can't. I said this Sunday. You cannot take out on Moses what Pharaoh
Pharaoh
did to
did
you.
to you.
That's right.
That's it.
And your Moses could be your family member. Your Moses could be that church member. Your Moses could be that spouse. Your Moses could be that significant other. Your Moses, you see what I'm saying? So we gotta be in a place where we can recognize healthy attachments and we can recognize unhealthy attachments. Right? Humans are social creatures that survive through collaboration and thrive from community. And this is, biblical perspective also, because we know we serve a God of fellowship, reconciliation, unity, bringing people together. So God made our DNA to want to be connected to somebody. And it's good, but it can also be bad. Because I can want something or somebody so bad that I just pick anybody. Oh God! And then, have you ever just picked anybody because you want somebody,
You know.
and then you regret it?
Yeah.
You hurt. You was okay for a little while because your flesh was fulfilled. The attachment that you was longing for is temporarily fulfilled, but watch this. You got depression, you got anxiety, you stressing, but you got somebody. You got somebody. And what we do in those situations, when we know it's not good for us or unhealthy for us, we stay. Because sometimes we think, this is the best I'm gonna get, so I might as well just deal with this. It ain't gonna get any better than this. Why? Why we say?
Comfortable.
The fear
It
of being
becomes familiar.
alone. The fear of being alone.
Fear of being alone. Denial.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna love you. So you need somebody.
You're like, no, ain't nobody gonna love you.
I feel like it stems from a fear of abandonment.
Fear of abandonment. That's true too. Because you don't wanna experience that same feeling. So I hold on to what I got.
Yeah.
It's toxic for me, but I got something.
Yeah.
Oh God. I got something.
Come on now.
I can call this mine, but you ain't got nothing.
You ain't got nothing.
It could also be that you're trying to fill a void.
Right.
Yeah.
Did it feel it?
Almost did
It don't feel it. It's a temporary satisfaction. It's not a lasting satisfaction of something that you're gonna need in your life to become better now. Because unhealthy attachment don't make you better.
Right.
Amen. They'll pacify or enable you to stay just like you are and just where you are. I want to show you something where you can be attached to somebody and they are intimidated or hate that you are trying to become better or grow.
Come on now.
That's true.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm
You
talking about
work that one.
when they don't like to see you grow.
on.
When you grow, it bothers them.
Yes.
When you start to get better, it bothers them.
Yeah.
The reason why it bothers them because they benefited off of your insecurity.
Right. Right.
They benefit off of your brokenness.
Come on.
They benefit off of you because you keep on taking their dysfunction. And because, watch this. Oh God. You keep on taking their dysfunction.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? But if you put your foot down, if you take a stand or set a boundary, this bothers them.
Yep.
Because I want to be able to run over you.
Control.
I want to be able to just mistreat you.
That's right.
I want to be able to do this, and I want you to let me. But when we are broken ourselves, though, when we broken ourselves, we know this is not healthy for us, but we don't have the mindset to walk away. And let me show you how God works. When God has a plan for your life, you can pick unhealthy attachments and all of that, and God will show you sign after sign, you know, that this is not healthy. Now watch this, because I want to be holistic in what I'm sharing.
Go ahead.
Just because it's unhealthy now, don't mean it got to stay unhealthy.
That's right.
God can take an unhealthy attachment. I'm talking about who you with right now.
Come on, Pastor.
If both persons are willing to allow for God to heal them,
Come on.
them two broken people, I'm
come on.
preaching good,
Yeah.
can become one whole piece.
That's
Yeah.
See, this is why the enemy fights it so hard to keep you emotionally driven, keep it toxic, keep you at odds with each other. Cause the enemy know if we ever get on one accord, if we ever get our mind right, we get our emotions right, don't let me get this bag right too. I'm already right spiritually. Come on, talk to me somebody. And once I get emotionally right, when I get mentally right, I'm already spiritually right. I'm getting my bag right. Don't let me start working on my physical and get violent a little bit. I'm talking about, if I allow for God to work on all 5 of them areas in my life, oh God, and I'm talking about, and He do it with both parties.
Oh, come on.
This is how our God works.
Yes,
A lot of
it is.
times because we feel like we're in unhealthy attachments, that is not going to work. It may not be working right now, but if you are willing, if you are willing to let God work out, come on, the flaws, because that's all it is. There's a flaw in us, and we all got them. We all, the pastor that's talking to you right now got them. We all have flaws, but watch it. You got to be willing. The Bible says, present your body as a living sacrifice. And this symbolically means when they bring it as a sacrifice, they would bring the sacrifice and tie it to the altar and lay it on the altar.
Yes.
This is what we have to do to ourselves. Present our bodies to God as, watch this, living sacrifices. If we allow for God to do that and to mold us and to shape us into who He wants us to be, the thing that was broken in last season can be whole in the next season. This is how our God works. So don't count my relationship out now because it's rocky. Watch it. And while you're going through your rocky season, keep your family out your business. Because once you tell your family what they doing, and once y'all get back together, now your family looking at them crazy. Y'all done made up, but they ain't forgave. So now when y'all go around to the cookout, family looking at him or looking at her, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So you gotta cover each other until y'all recover.
That's right.
Because watch this, I'm mad at him, I'm mad at her, I'm mad at him 1 minute, and I'm finna kill him, I'm finna dog her out, and next week we all lovey-dovey, and people looking back like, what is wrong with these folks right here? We in between. Nothing wrong with us. We in between. We're headed somewhere. And we can't just get it right now, but we're trying. The Bible says strive. Enter in. We're trying to strive to enter into a successful marriage, successful relationship, successful friendship, successful business partnership, whatever type of attachment that I'm going to enter into. I want to have a healthy attachment.
That's right.
I don't want to get off of work and don't want to come home. It's hell all out in the world.
That's right.
Hell on the job,
Yeah.
catching hell in school, catching hell in the street, catching hell in the church.
Nah,
I ought to have a safe place at home.
that's it.
Yes,
I ought to be able to go home and find peace at home.
that's right, serene.
Cause this is our castle. This is our kingdom.
That's right.
And we ain't finna kill each other in here.
I ain't gonna do it.
Not tonight.
Felt like it. All right. But we gonna get through this.
I can attest to that.
We gonna get through this.
That's it.
You gotta be determined though.
Mhm.
That's right.
That's
When
it.
when you see your own unhealthy attachment,
That's it.
you gotta receive it. It don't matter how ugly it look,
Come
you
on.
gotta receive it and say,
That's right.
God, I'm trying.
Mhm.
This thing is a struggle, it's a fight because I've always done it this way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But watch this. Look at the result that I got from doing it that way.
Yeah.
Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Quantum, you show something to me. See how God do? Oh God, God doing a new thing.
Yes, he is.
It's in the spring forth.
Mhm.
Can't you
The
see
Bible
it?
said even now.
Even
Even
now.
now.
He said he gonna make a. He
Yeah.
said I'm gonna make springs in the wilderness.
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
I think y'all just made it. Brittany, I think you did what I said, Brittany.
Oh.
He said I'm gonna make springs in the wilderness.
Yes, Lord.
Don't no water supposed to be in no wilderness.
Come on down the dry
God
place.
said, whatever is dry, whether it's marriage, relationship,
He gonna do it.
family ship, whatever ship that you're in, God said, I'm gonna make a spring come in the desert.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cause something to come from nothing. All of a sudden, that thing gonna turn around.
Oh. Yeah.
Out of the blue, God said, I'm doing a new thing. But watch it, we gotta be willing. We have to be willing to see the ugliness in ourselves.
Right.
This is what'll benefit us if we love all of us.
Mm.
If you love yourself like you are right now.
Right.
Let me explain. We often just like the good about us.
Mm.
Like all of you. Love all of you because that's who you are right now.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
You,
it.
you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna love my flaws too.
That's
Because
right.
that's who I am right now. I'm gonna love that. I'm not settling right here with these
Come on.
flaws. But I'm gonna love myself enough to love myself through my flaws
Yeah.
Come
and
on.
past my flaws.
Yeah, that's right.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can see the flaws in you and it can cause depression.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It can cause you to want to shut down.
And condemnation.
Right. It can cause you to not want to move forward because what you're seeing is this going to be too much for God to fix.
Mhm.
So I'll just settle for how I am right now.
Mm.
Now let me tell y'all, because we throw these words out, healing and growing, like this stuff is just Jolly Ranchers. Like it's sweet.
Sweet. And it ain't.
Healing is like walking down a road, no shoes on, with number glass on the road.
Come on, Pastor.
Everywhere you step, oh, God.
Yeah.
Because you got to revisit stuff that you done swept up under the wool
Pastor.
and you done stuffed down for years. And God trying to bubble that stuff up.
Ah.
Back out. And then when it bubble up and he reveal it to you,
Ah.
now you, oh God, you'll look at it and you'll take it out on the next person.
Yep.
We gotta be in a place where we say to ourselves, I want to be a healthy attachment.
That's it.
Everybody who connects to my life, I want to be a blessing
That's right.
for them and
And
to
to
them.
them.
And me showing up as my best self,
Mm.
you can't help but to be a blessing.
That's right.
That's it.
Don't understand? Look at how good God has been to us. And in the season where we were acting crazy and totally going against
Oh.
what he wants us to do. And look at his goodness still on our life then.
Sure right.
He said, it's the goodness of God that leadeth to repentance. God will be so good to you where it'll break you down.
Mm-hmm.
You ever just sat in the blessing of God and looked at how God has been good over the year and you broke down crying and said, God, I'm so unworthy.
That's it.
Yes.
I'm so unworthy, God. Why you so good to me, God? I I don't understand why you still being good to me. I keep breaking your promises.
Come on.
I keep on sinning.
Come on.
I keep on going against what you asked me to do. I'm trying, God, you know, but I'm unworthy.
Even when I bring trouble on myself.
I'm telling you. Listen, you all. Now, I wanna throw a curveball in here.
Go ahead.
Unhealthy. One benefit that you'll get from an unhealthy attachment, it'll bring out the worst in you.
Oh, yes, it will.
But it's a benefit, because what it does is it brings it to the surface, so
What's
you can
already
see it.
in you.
It's already there. Now they unhealthy, but they triggering the brokenness in you. And you know what I'm saying? Have you ever did something and you ain't did it in years?
Yes.
And they triggered that thing in you. See what it did? It bubbled it. It brought it back to the top. But what God is doing, He's showing you. Yeah, they may be the problem, but this is a problem in your life too. Cause watch this. They mistreated you, but watch this. You didn't have to respond to them like that either. So God will revealing something to you. Also, now you still need to deal with it. Now they wrong now, but watch it. You ain't gotta respond like this either.
That's it.
That's just like God ain't.
Yeah.
They at fault, but God's showing you too. Well, God, what about them? I want to deal with you.
Yeah.
Unhealthy attachments. Huh?
Oh, I said he will allow it
He'll
to
allow
happen.
it. He'll bring it to the surface. Now, one unhealthy attachment we want to dive in right quick is avoidance. Somebody said, avoidance. Avoidance is, watch this, any behaviors people use to escape or distract themselves from difficult thoughts, feelings, and situations. What does avoidance look like? Come on with it, Chelsea. What does it look like? What does avoidance look like?
I can say it's different for different people. Cause, baby,
Give me some examples of, have you ever avoided?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
go
talk to me, baby. I be over there in the woods somewhere.
No.
I focus on different things, cause you know when somebody talks to you, it's uncomfortable.
Right.
It's
So you'll
sometimes-
shut it out.
Yeah.
You'll sit right in that prison and shut them out.
Sit right here in front of you.
Ooh, Chelsea.
You have to be honest about stuff like that.
Yeah, I do. I said that.
Avoid
That's
it.
dishonor, Chelsea.
That thing
So
hurt.
let me ask you this.
It hurt.
Okay, that's one. You'll sit in that prison, but you'll shut them out while they're talking. That's avoidance. All right.
Ignore them
Ignore. Now, what does that look like?
when they talk to me, and I look the other way, like I don't hear them talk to me.
In their face?
I do just like
Jesus, let's just keep going. Any more avoidance. What does it look like?
Um,
I'm coming to the next.
oh for real.
no, he said come to me.
Yeah, I was talking about you. Go.
Let me use the situation for my own self. I block them out, like, especially if they stay on me, like call me all the time, block them out, try to avoid them.
Won't answer.
Won't else.
Okay. All right.
Or shift the blame.
I'm coming to that one. Don't jump on that one. I'm coming to it.
I think how I avoid it, what they say, out of sight, out of mind. So once you no longer in my presence, I just don't deal with it at all.
Okay. Just not dealing with it.
Just
Okay.
not deal with it at all.
I got
Like,
you.
I don't have to talk to you, I don't have to be around you or nothing. So then you kind of harbor it, but you
Okay.
don't ever address it.
Okay. All right. When we avoid it and never address it, does it go away?
No, it don't.
Sometimes if you don't acknowledge it, like you could see that somebody's bothered, you know, something happened, whether you hurt, you say you upset, but you don't say nothing, like, I'm not gonna ask you what wrong with you.
But you can
then,
see it.
Yes,
Okay.
you can see it, so you just don't acknowledge it.
Just
And
keep it
then
under
thinking,
the
well,
rug.
the time don't went by, then it done died down, and
But
you don't
it
have to
didn't.
worry about it, but
It
you
did.
still, you know, have to talk about it.
Gotta address it. What are some others? What are some
Well, I
others?
deal with it if you there or whatever. You can be there. And my problem was you could be there and I just walk away from you. You may be saying something or whatever.
Why they
I
talking?
don't entertain it. I
Okay.
just,
I got
it's
you.
just like somebody done something to me or whatever.
Mhm.
And you could be, I know you done did it, though. You know you done did it, but
Right.
my thing is just not to deal with you at all. You know, just
Stay away
stay
from
away
it.
from me.
Stay away from
Keep it
it.
on that
You know
road.
what? I feel like people do that, so they.
Ghost.
I feel like people be afraid of how they'll respond to somebody.
That's it. That's exactly
That's
it.
one of the reason why they avoid. And I want to go a little
Exactly.
deeper with that.
Please.
I believe I was the king of avoidance.
Not the
As Paul
king.
said, I was the chief of sinners.
Come on.
And you know, I've talked about this a lot. I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to express what I felt. And a lot of times when I remember when I was younger, when I was angry and when I would try to express what I felt, I would get more angry.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like the rage that I was feeling.
Exactly.
So I just stopped
Stop
talking.
talking.
Because I didn't know how far I was going to go.
That's it.
Right.
So let me avoid this.
That's it.
Because I'm afraid of me.
Me.
That's
Uh-huh.
And how I'm going to do, because
Exactly.
I remember when I was getting mad, I would blank out.
Yeah. That's it.
You remember me beating that guy with that golf club in the front of the house, and you were yelling out the front door. I had to be maybe about 15 or something. You don't remember that? We were playing football in the street. She was just yelling. I heard her, but I didn't hear.
Yep.
I'm talking about
That real
Iron Golf
rage.
Club. I'm talking
Real
about,
rage.
I don't know how I stopped. I don't remember how I stopped, but he was a real big guy. But avoiding is sometimes you don't like the feeling of the anger that's
Yes.
rising up in you.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Because watch this, I don't know how to control it.
Control. That's
Exactly.
So I'm gonna avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? This is why I could walk by people and I like they not even
Yeah.
because if I could not have an adult conversation and just sit down and talk like this, it was what you think you talking to? What's going on? I was, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't physical, you know, with women or anything like that. But you know, I can go from 0 to 1,000 in less than a second, and it was. That's not healthy.
That's not.
That's not healthy. But when I realized that this is a avoidant defense mechanism, I'm gonna read what the psychologist says. An adult who develops an avoidant attachment style is a child whose parents are rigid and emotionally distant. In other words, even from an early age, he's learned to detach, to avoid the pain associated with emotional deprivation.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is not a blanket for everybody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This is just some cases, and this is where it stems from a child. At first glance, the child seems indifferent, both when the parent. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Avoidant styles. You didn't just pick it up as an adult.
Right.
You were groomed as a child with these avoidant styles. Because watch this. Do you ever remember trying to talk to an adult parent figure? Get on out my face. Get on out my face. So you never go outside and play. You never had a voice. You was always shut down. You was never allowed to express what you felt. So now that you're an adult and you try to talk to another adult and they don't, respond properly, hear you out properly, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So now what you do, you avoid even having conversation. You ain't gonna hear me anyway. What's the use of talking? My feelings don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? So you put yourself back into a shell, and it's the little girl that's crying out that was affected as a child. It's the little boy that's in you that's crying out, saying,
I just want you to hear me out. I just want you to understand my feelings. I want you to understand that affected me.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes people feel safe to be able to release.
Express.
If I can come to you and express, what you made me do, how you made me feel, or what you did to me, or what somebody did to me on the job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me give you something, ladies. This for free.
Okay, thank you.
When a man feels seen, he'll open up in layers.
Yes. Yeah, they will.
He'll open up in layers.
Mm-hmm.
When he feels seen, I see you making those adjustments. I see you trying. I see you trying to make the adjustment that we talked about last week. That man will come home and tell you, baby, I had a bad day today. Let me tell you what so and so. I'm talking about he'll just begin to talk. Because what you're doing is preparing a safe space for him. Now, anytime you ask him what's wrong with him, and he always say nothing, he don't feel safe. Not to be with you. He don't feel safe to be able to release everything to you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? This is why men are pulling up in the driveways at their house and blowing their brains out.
Jesus.
So who I'm gonna talk to? So I gotta carry it around. I gotta be Superman. I gotta be strong. I can't cry. I can't break down in front of you because you think I'm a weak man. So I gotta hold this. I gotta carry this, and I ain't got nobody to talk to. And you wonder why? I'm drinking every Friday. I'm talking about and getting drunk. I ain't talking about moderation. I'm talking about drunk.
Blacked out.
Cookie Brown.
And then you wondering why, I want to go out and hang out, in certain spaces and stuff like that because, if they get a little tipsy, they're going to talk about what's going on. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So, even for women, it's the opposite. When women feel secure with a man, they want security. You know what I'm saying? They want security. And if I can be secure with you, you can get that woman to, ain't nothing she won't do. Nothing she won't do.
That's why it says happy wife.
Happy life. I don't like that.
Say that ain't biblical.
I don't like that at all. It just rules out.
No. This is what you gotta say. You gotta say happy house, happy spouse.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I like
Happy
that.
spouse, happy life.
Yeah.
And I know it don't rhyme, but
Happy spouse,
both of
happy
them gotta be
house.
happy.
Look,
Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Happy spouse, happy house.
Happy spouse, happy house. That's a
Yeah.
little bit more. We need a beat with that.
Yeah.
Happy house,
Happy spouse.
happy spouse, happy house.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right. So, how do we make our house happy?
Coming into one shoe with each other.
Coming into agreement.
That's
With each
it.
other.
So if I'm telling you this bothers me, if you want me to be happy in this area,
Stop doing
you got to make adjustments.
Mhm.
And if she comes to you and says, "This make me uncomfortable," and in order for our house to be happy, I need to make some adjustments. If it's within reason.
Exactly.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? So, unhealthy attachments or things that will bring the worst out of us. It won't push us to be better. It will not push us to be our best self. Although people desire intimacy, too much closeness triggers intense anxiety, which prompts them to keep the other person at a comfortable distance. I want to talk now. I love you. I want to be with you, but I can't give my all to you. Because watch this, I ain't been healed from the broken pieces that the people broke me in the past, and I don't trust you with those areas in my life.
How you get past that?
You gotta be able to. Number one, you gotta have somebody on the other end that's mature enough
That's right.
to walk you through it.
Exactly.
If both of us are mature, we gotta have a third person to walk both of us through it.
You see what I'm saying? Somebody who can see them blind spots that y'all may not see. Because when you're in the heat of it and you're right in your feelings and emotions are attached, you can't see the whole picture.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's why the Bible said there's safety in the multitude of counsel.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have that counsel. Gotta be healthy attachment. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So you gotta have people to be able to walk you through it, or your person who you are attached to has to be more mature than you to be able to not be triggered by your season of flaws right now. Your brokenness shouldn't throw me in a place of brokenness.
Right. Exactly.
Y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Just because, okay, you're not where you need to be, and I may be a little bit mature, I shouldn't respond like you respond.
Right.
Exactly.
And sometimes it triggers you to respond and act out of character, and this ain't your norm.
Mm-hmm.
But you done stayed up under it, you know, so, and the things are not changing, it's a repeated cycle. It can, bad company corrupts good manners.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter what kind of attachment it is. If my environment is bad and toxic, if I'm not mature enough to be in that environment and still be my best self, it's gonna bring some of the worst out of me. It's gonna bring some things out of me. Watch this, that may have been suppressed or I've never dealt with, because can't nothing come out of me that's not in me. If it's in me, if it comes out of me, it had to be first in me. So we gotta be in a place where we are healthy enough to be able to walk with a person who may not be that mature. You see what I'm saying? But let's go back to this point where we're broken and we want to love somebody, we want to be attached to somebody, but we keep them at a distance. I don't give my whole self to you in the form of, okay, I'm releasing over to you what happened to me as a child. I molested. I haven't released to you that, okay, I don't like to have sex no more. It make me feel some kind of way because it brings back remembrance of the person who molested me. Your spouse need to know this. Oh God. But they're wondering, well, dog, why are you acting like that? But you ain't communicated it.
Right.
So they're seeing something, they don't have no understanding of what they're seeing, so they just think you're acting crazy. Y'all understand? Because you ain't gave them no information to have an understanding of. Now, knowing the why a person act the way they act does not exclude the fact that it's still gonna hurt me. But I have a better understanding of why you do this, and I can move with you differently because I'm gonna be patient with you.
Right.
Because I understand you didn't cause your trauma, but you are responsible for your healing. Y'all see what I'm saying? So I gotta be able to give a language to my unhealthy attachment in this season. Why am I acting like this? But sometimes I don't know why I'm acting like this.
Yes.
Y'all understand what I can't give you understanding to something. I don't even know why I'm acting like this. When I try to stop, watch this, and I make my mind up, I'm gonna be better, I'm gonna do better. But when I get into the heat of that situation, my old self just pop up. You see what I'm saying? This is why God is allowing you to continue to go through those situations. Because he wants you to respond different. When Jonah ran, he didn't say, Jonah, I'm going to send you somewhere else.
Right back to
Go back to the same thing that you didn't want to deal with.
Exactly.
Jonah was an avoided prophet. He avoided a whole region of people. I ain't going over there to talk to them folks. Because of past trauma, because of how the Ninevites treated the children of Israel in the past.
That's right.
He said, God, I want you to punish them. He avoided a whole region of people. And when he got himself together, get what God told him. Now go right on back. Because it ain't going to go away. You're going to have to deal with it. So we have to deal with it, you all. We have to address it. It don't matter how uncomfortable it is, how hard it is to work through it. You gotta go through the glass. You gotta get cut.
Jesus.
You gotta get cut to be healed. Yes.
Is saying this statement, let's just agree to disagree, is that avoidance? Or is that just?
No, it depends.
That's okay?
It depends.
Like, let's just agree to disagree.
You, let's say for instance, okay, cause you can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Let's say, okay, I make that statement, okay, let's agree to disagree.
Mhm.
But after that, I stop talking to you.
That's not you.
After that, okay, I treat you differently. We don't have to agree on everything. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to agree that, you know, because we're gonna paint the walls and all that kind of stuff. We can agree to disagree. But am I gonna act different towards you because we don't agree no more? Right. Now, it depends on what we agreeing to disagree again.
Right.
Because you said Jesus ain't God, I'm gonna agree to disagree and I ain't gonna fellowship with you no more.
Right.
To the degree now, it don't mean I ain't gonna speak to you. It ain't gonna mean I ain't gonna speak to you. I just ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Because watch this, I can't be to the point where, all right, on salvation things, we have to be on the same page. We gotta be on, Paul said, let us all speak the same thing. Let us all believe the same thing. When it comes to that, you know, I can't walk with you unless we agree.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So let's say, for instance, you take a position where Jesus ain't God. I agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But I can still be good to you. I can still treat you right. I ain't got to go and talk about you, you know, negatively because you disagree. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
My response then needs to be outwardly through my action to show you Christ. Because the Bible said we are living epistle. Let my works that I'm living before you speak now. You see what I'm saying? And I can't mistreat you, but I ain't just finna be hanging out with you, you know what I'm saying? Because I still have an assignment. My assignment is to be a fisherman of men.
Right.
And I just don't want to be connected with people and disregard my assignment.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, agreeing to disagree is a good thing. Like, you want chicken, I want pork chop. Agree to disagree. You understand what I'm saying? Things like that, you know, because everybody got their own opinions. You know, everybody not gonna see things your way. So it's okay to disagree. That should mean we fall out, you know, because we disagree. We got about 3 more minutes, you all. Anybody else? Unhealthy attachments. Unhealthy attachment. What about repeated cycles? What about repeated cycles? You're expressing to somebody, okay, this is a problem, but they keep repeating it.
Feel like you just disregard my feelings. Like,
That's exactly what they're doing.
That's it.
That's exactly what they're doing. Because, okay, if I tell you, okay, this is disrespectful to me, this hurts me, and you repeat it over and over again, you don't value my feelings.
Exactly.
My feelings are not important to you. You understand what I'm saying? So, how long? This is a trick question. How long do you stay attached with them to give them enough grace to get it together?
With me, I ain't gonna stay too long.
Everybody's different. And that don't make you wrong.
Exactly.
That don't make you wrong. Anybody else? How long do we stay to wait to see if people gonna get it together? Until y'all had enough. Now everybody had enough is different. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the past, I ain't had no tolerance.
Exactly.
Zero at all. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So how long? I would say this: if you see the person making steps, trying to make those adjustments,
That's different.
You
That's
got
different.
you
That
got a
way
chance
you
cut.
get grace.
You get grace,
Yeah.
right? But if they just blatantly just going against, you ain't trying to respect what I feel or what I'm bringing to you. That's a disregard of what somebody feeling, and they expressing to you what they feeling. If I love you, watch this. I'm gonna lay down my life. The Bible said we ought to lay down our life for who?
A brother.
Right, for a friend,
No,
for a
for
brother.
free.
So if I'm saying I'm committed to somebody, and I'm telling you what you're doing has hurt me, you can't lay your life down in that area for me.
Exactly.
See,
I
that's
think
unhealthy attachment.
You understand?
But I think that they do that because they feel like you're staying. So why do I need to change?
You are staying.
Why do I need to change? If I'm not changing and you're still here, why do I need to change? Even though you're expressing this to me,
Right.
you're still here. You're
That's
not
how we
moving.
stand
You're not
sometimes.
moving to the left.
Uh-huh.
You're still here. You're still
Right.
doing. You're still washing my clothes.
Mhm.
You're still cooking my meal.
Right, right.
You're still doing. You know
You're
all
doing
of
what
this
you're
stuff.
supposed to do, right?
Yeah, I'm running. Even if it's a friend, I'm running you here. I'm running.
Right.
I'm doing this for you, but you're not changing anything that I brought to you.
Right,
And people's mindset is it's not hurting me.
right.
It's hurting
It's
you.
hurting you.
But you're still here.
You're still here.
Because if something hurts you, you're gonna try to fix it so you can be healed.
Right,
But if you're still here, it might not be hurting you that much
Right.
because you're still here.
right.
And you're not moving to the right or the left. You're
Uh-huh.
still doing the same stuff. You're not showing me any different that you
Right.
will leave if I stay the same.
Mhm. That it's disrespectful for them to not to make any adjustment, and you're still staying there,
It's
giving them the
disrespectful to
benefit
you.
of the doubt. Yeah, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt to make this adjustment, so I'm staying because I got hopes that this will get better.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But when does your hope for it getting better become toxic
Right.
because you're staying?
It's toxic.
See me, I don't want an apology. You keep apologizing for
There
the
you
same
go.
thing. I need to see change behavior.
That's
Now
the
you
greatest
just-
apology.
That's the great.
That's all.
That's it.
That's That's the greatest apology that you'll
You
get.
can get.
Change behavior.
It
Because
has to
sorry is
It's just like.
you going through the verbal motion of it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You're not changing though, but you're saying you're sorry. So
But you're not really.
uh,
At that moment.
when do you get to the place when you say, okay,
Enough is
I'm
enough.
done?
When you sick and tired of being
Tired of
sick
being
and
sick
tired.
and
But why we gotta wait till we get sick and tired?
Yeah, because
Why we
this-
gotta go through so much trauma to decide this ain't healthy for
Because
me?
that's what we used
Because
to.
that's what we're comfortability.
So what we gonna change? She said that's what we used to. So what are we doing? We are acknowledging that it's unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you express to them
Mm-hmm.
what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're not making the adjustments.
It's time to bend the ship down.
That's easier said though.
They're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The answer I'm trying to get is why we stay.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't
Why
answer
we stay?
Somebody gotta have an answer for me.
Sometimes people don't. You gotta love
Some people
yourself.
just love
But
that.
if I don't
What you
love
mean?
myself,
Why you ain't been in these classes? You didn't come on with this stuff. You gotta love yourself. When you are aware and loving yourself, you don't take anything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't allow for people to continue to just walk over
Oh,
That's true.
your feelings
come on now.
and disrespect or break boundaries that you are setting, because when you're saying, all right, you can't keep doing me like this, that's a boundary.
Exactly.
That's a line I'm drawing right there, like we used to draw in the sand
Yes, sir. Cross this
before we
line.
fight.
But
First person who bad is slap my hand.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
yeah, I do want to say this because I remember like being it was hard for me like to walk away, but it goes back, especially if you say you spiritual and you know God. It how I want to say it? Okay, it's about knowing that you're a daughter first.
Okay.
God, because if you don't know your identity, then you ain't gonna know your worth
Come on.
or whatever. So it goes back to identity because if people like with titles still don't know their identity, but they just know the gift, and the identity goes back to being a daughter first. So
That's right. You gotta know who you are.
Yeah, you got
and
to.
Whose you are.
And who's you?
But it's still easy said than done because you probably can come up in an environment like with your parents to where you've seen a lot and you dealt with a lot, so you're so traumatized to where you're gonna need therapy, you're gonna need counseling, you're gonna need like people walking and holding your hand. You're gonna have to take baby steps. So it's not just easy to say, okay, I'm just gonna walk away, but your mindset's still there. So it's easier said than done. You got to know that you're a daughter,
Right.
and like Nate said, what Brittany.
You gotta know your.
Yeah, you gotta know
love yourself.
Love yourself. But if you never receive love and know how to love yourself, then
Right.
what? Then
Right.
if nobody never you could go to church, do this and that, but you still don't know how to love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You could love on other people, and you put other people before yourself at times. But how do you love yourself?
Right.
It's a step. It gotta be broke down. It's easier said than done.
Right.
And you could-
Go ahead.
Oh, and you could just say, well, God love you. Yeah, I hear that, but do I really believe it? Because if I know that God love me, why I'm not loving myself first?
Right.
And receiving His love.
Right.
That's it, but what you
How
believe,
God would
that's
treat
what you
me.
gonna create.
Huh?
What you believe, what you gonna create. That's reality.
Yeah, so if I know what love is, first of all, if you ask probably out of 100 people, what is love? They'll be like, well, it's a feeling. I just know I love, but love is kind, love is patient, love don't boast.
Right.
That's real love. But you got.
You going in?
No,
like that.
no, I'm just saying because this word is just thrown so frequently, loosely. But what is love?
Right.
You could just tell me you love me, but your actions different because you still bringing up my past. You're not patient with me in my walk with God. Then you're not kind to me.
Right.
So you say you love me. You bringing up all the wrongdoings or what you done did. Just love is it can't be loose like it's because you can say God is love all day, but if you don't know how it look, you'll never receive His love and to love yourself.
That's right.
You gotta be a daughter first before anything.
Exactly. And that's one of the key points. Loving yourself. Because when you love yourself and you start to know your worth, and when you know your worth, you begin to know what you deserve and what you don't deserve.
That's right.
How you should be treated and how you shouldn't be treated.
Amen.
Once those things become aware and become the focus, the center of knowing who you are, you don't take anything. You set more boundaries. You let people know, they may call you mean and stuff like that. I'm doing this for me. Because you don't respect boundaries. So I got to keep you at a distance until you learn how to conduct yourself in my space.
Right.
Right. This is why, when you go into certain places, they got a code of conduct. They'll have a sign posted at the door. No guns allowed. Gotta have a shirt on when you come in here. They set boundaries.
Right.
And if you come in with no shirt on, we don't get you. You don't get no service. This is what we gotta be. We gotta be, and I gotta stop y'all. We gotta be to the point where, when we set a boundary and we know who we are, we have to be determined to stick to it.
Exactly.
And sometimes we get weak because this flesh, you know what I'm saying? We go beyond our boundary that we set for ourselves. But we gotta continue to heal and continue to grow, because healing and growing does not make you absent or rule out the absence of you making mistakes. You still gonna make mistakes. That old person still gonna try to show up. The old characteristic still gonna try to present itself in those situations, and you gotta be self-conscious enough to say, I was about to go there. You know what I'm saying? Then when you are aware, you know what I'm saying? You catch yourself before you go all the way there. That's when you know, okay, I'm healing, I'm growing.
Amen.
Because it makes you conscious. It don't make you perfect. It's a process. This stuff does not happen overnight. We all should be able to agree that you just can't go to the altar and cry and leave and it be gone.
Right.
You still got to walk this thing through. You got to walk it out and you got to talk this thing through. So Healthy attachments are very important. Don't avoid them. I know they come with a level of standards that may be challenging to us and uncomfortable, but we gotta be able to receive it. We got to do our best to apply this stuff to our lives so we can show up different. Amen? Was this good tonight, y'all?
Yes.
Thank you all for tuning in with us tonight.